回のターゲットだよ。
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
こんにちは、プロアサシン、柚木ゆかりです。
アドバイザーの鶴巻真希です。
今回は、イギリスのダートムーアにやってきました。ここで、プロビデンスのパートナーの最後の一人、アレクサ・カーライルを排除したいと思います。
ロンドンからやってきた探偵が前方にいるね。
ちょうどいいので、あの人の服を奪ってしまいましょう。
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlisle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlisle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlisle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlisle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlisle.
Just wait.
Eh? What was that noise?
よし、こっちに来た。では、この麻酔銃型麻酔銃で眠ってもらいましょう。
なんだ麻酔銃型麻酔銃って。
探偵は時計型麻酔銃で眠らせるものって聞いたんですけど、ゆかりさん時計型の麻酔銃は持ってないんです。おしゃべりしてる間に探偵さんが眠ってくれたので、服をもらいましょう。いい夢見ろよ。こんにちは、名探偵です。
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlisle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlisle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
身体検査はまずい。ここに置いていこう。お待たせしました。
I have to give you a pat down if you're coming this way, sir. It'll be over quick, sir. Just remain calm. Right, we're good. Keep moving, please.
どうも、柚木ゆかりです。
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Sir.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
随分植物の多い部屋ですね。
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
では、ちょっと調べてみましょう。
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
他に何かないか調べてみましょう。お酒が好きだったみたいですね。
これに毒を入れて飲んだのかな？
誰かに入れられた可能性もありますね。パソコンに怪しいものがないか調べてみましょう。
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
長靴を買っていたのはおかしいね。
確かにおかしいですね。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
他に手がかりはないかな？お、あれはもしかして。ミステリーで定番の隠し扉だ。
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
ここを使えばこっそり忍び込んで毒を入れることもできそうですね。
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
このスイッチなんだろう。
押せないけど壊れてるんじゃなさそうだね。
鍵が必要なのかもしれませんね。とりあえず情報を聞きに執事のファーンズビーさんに会いに行きましょう。
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
今の段階で容疑者が6人ですか？
結構多いね。
So
how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
とりあえず全員の事情聴取を始めましょう。
Really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
パトリックが犯人かな？
見た感じ、毒殺するタイプには見えないんですよね。他の人にも話を聞いてみましょう。どうも、名探偵です。
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
この人は一応アリバイがあるみたいだね。
後で一緒に飲みに行ったというエドワードに話を聞いてみましょう。お話聞かせてください。
Emmer Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
この人もアリバイがないね。
容疑者の一人ですね。次の人に話を聞いてみましょう。
On my next stand.
Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
I could listen all day. Or that instrument. But away with words.
いい音色ですね。
心が落ち着くね。
ちょっとお話聞かせてください。
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
この人はアリバイがあるね。
グレゴリーと一緒に飲みに行っていたのは本当みたいですね。では、最後の一人に話を聞いてみましょう。
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
この人にはアリバイがあるみたいだね。
そうですね。それよりも、執事のファーンズビーがザカリーの部屋から出てきたのが気になりますね。ちょっとファーンズビーの部屋を調べてみましょう。
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
マスターキーだ。これはバーンズビー直筆のメモですね。筆跡の参考にもらっておきましょう。
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
ザカリーは自殺ではなかったんですね。
それにさっきのメモと遺書の筆跡が違うから、ファーンズビーは白だね。
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
真犯人は見つけておきたいですね。では2階の部屋を調べてみましょう。
Greetings, sir.
お部屋はどっちでしょう？
正面の突き当たりにレベッカの部屋があるよ。
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
お邪魔します。すごい状態ですね。
ゆかりちゃんの部屋と同じだね。
そんなことないですよ。これが会議に使っていたパソコンですね。
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
9時から3時間会議をしてたという話は本当でしたね。
じゃあレベッカは犯人じゃないのかな。
念のために筆跡鑑定をしておきましょう。
ザカリーの遺書と筆跡が一致しないね。
ではレベッカは白で確定ですね。次はエマとグレゴリーの部屋を調べてみましょう。
Actually,
put a pin in it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
お邪魔します。
この部屋は綺麗だね。
さて、何があるかな？手紙が置いてありますね。
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
急に複雑な家庭の事情が出てきましたね。
これは今が怪しいね。
もっと調べてみましょう。
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
温室ですか？後で見に行ってみましょう。
この靴ずいぶん汚れてるね。
泥に突っ込んだみたいに汚れてますね。一応足跡を取っておきましょう。この犬の杖かわいいですね。ルーカス・グレーへのお土産にしましょう。あの二人怪しいですね。
仕事中にけしからんね。
後でアレクサに報告しておきましょう。そういえばここも本がいっぱいありますね。さっきみたいな隠し通路があるかも。 これは、ザカリーの隠し扉の前にあったやつと同じボタンかな。なるほど、この杖が鍵だったんですね。
じゃあやっぱりエマが犯人なのかな？
ほぼ決まりですね。さて、この部屋には何があるのかな？
An old letter, 47. Never opened. Must have slid under the secret door nearly 46 years ago. It states that Alexa Carlyle's older brother, Montgomery, wanted Alexa to become the heir to the Carlyle Empire instead of himself. Interesting. You're an excellent detective, 47. Uncovering truths half a century old. If you frame it correctly, I believe you could use the information to convince Madame Carlyle that Zachary committed suicide. Maybe you should ask Mr. Fernsby to see her. Or perhaps you feel like digging a bit more.
つまり、46年前にアレクサとザカリーがモンゴメリーを殺害したのは無意味だったと。
そういうことですね。次は温室に行ってみましょう。
エマが犯人である証拠があるといいね。
あれ？この足跡はエマの部屋にあった靴と同じですね。
温室からの帰りに残ったのかな？
この道は舗装されてないからきっとそうですね。ここが温室ですね。
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
この器具で毒を抽出したんですね。
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby.
では、結論を報告しに行きましょう。
Hey, how are you?
ファーンズビーさん、調査が終わりましたよ。
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hi there.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
失礼します。
Please, go ahead.
Your brother committed suicide.
I need to see some evidence to believe that, Mr. Whitmer.
Zachary was found dead in a room locked from the inside. He died from a rare poisonous plant he cultivated himself. He believed you were dead, and a suicide note explained that he did not have the courage to go on without you.
That's what I don't buy. I cared for him deeply, but the truth is he hated my guts. My death would not make him commit suicide, I can promise you that.
Perhaps the death of your older brother, Montgomery, then. I have found evidence showing that you and Zachary killed him nearly 50 years ago. I believe that was when Zachary turned recluse. Your brother recently uncovered proof that your past deeds were for nothing. A letter from Montgomery stating that he wanted you, Madame Carlyle, to take over from your father instead of himself. As you were better suited to the job, everything would have turned out the way you wanted, without anyone dying. What broke Zachary once, now destroyed him.
And you saw this letter?
I did.
Oh, Zachary. How royally I fucked up. Mr. Whitmer, I'm sorry, I just need to gather my thoughts. Right. The payment for your services, have you decided on an amount?
Arthur Edwards. You have a file on him.
Arthur Edwards. How do you... I see. Well played. For many, many years, I feared what I'd see when I finally met death. And now you sit before me, and I feel only peace. You see, I believe life is a fair fight, and I lost spectacularly in every way imaginable. It is time for me to leave the pit. Oh, before I get to that, your reward. The file you want is in the safe. A last wish from a dying woman. Get Edwards and make him suffer. So long. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
マダム・カーライル。あなたの最後の願いは叶えてあげましょう。コンスタントを地獄に送ってあげますから、先に待っててください。
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
無線が妨害された。急いで撤収します。
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
コンスタントが仕掛けてきたね。
ルーカス・グレーを助けに行きましょう。今回は名探偵ぶりが光ってましたね。
Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。
あれ？次回予告は？
今回は次回予告がありません。次回どうなるか、ドキドキしながらお待ちください。